Hey fast fellas, welcome to this episode of the One City Challenge with Yongle. In today's episode we're going to do some more work here, preparing to place some more districts. The first one we want to place, well, it does seem like we want to go ahead and place a theater square. We actually should focus on getting our production a little bit more leveled up. Our production is going to be really important here, so let's go ahead and work on that. Good, so now that we have our industrial zone, we can make a quick push for this. We can also go for the mausoleum. I think personally, what we really should consider long-term, that's going to benefit us more than anything else, is that we go ahead and just quickly build a nice builder here. We'll go ahead and put a couple mines here. So that'll be good. A few mines in these positions could be very beneficial. So let's actually go for a quick hard-built builder. We can actually gain more value by going over here. And we're just going to quickly go to irrigation and then do engineering afterwards. What I do want to do is go for industrialization early, so that'll be a good priority. Again, the benefits there are just stated. +1 production to the mine improvement, and potentially, I'm really hoping that potentially there is a coal spawn nearby that may be spawning in the area. There could be a lot of value from that, and getting a nice coal power plant and factory going could be very good. So we eventually want to work towards getting some decent neighborhoods. That'll mean we need to chop these different places out. Okay, so try to manage to do that. 780 gold for that. So let's actually try to see if we can make a quick deal for gold here. There we go. So that'll be a good profit. 13 gold on top of what we're earning. That'll get us closer to picking up potentially in a couple turns here a nice workshop, which will boost us up. That'll be a fine addition to the city. And we'll go ahead and buy a builder. A really nice 5-charge builder. We'll place a couple mines here. Again, just further boosting our production a little bit. And then what we could do is then go around here. Actually, we'll go here. We'll start off with a chop. That'll give us some tempo. And then we'll do chop, mine, mine, mine. And then we'll do this so that way we can increase our gold output. Of course. So that hits right there. That gave it +1 food, but of course what it did is it destroyed the mine. So I'm just gonna have to deal with that. It'd be nice if that were one tile over. The extra science would be nice, but it's what it is. Jeez, dude, are you kidding me? Look at the yields. What are you kidding me? Dude, this is so cursed. It's turned 144, dude. How do you get yields that ridiculous? What the heck? I mean, that's a 5-3, that's a 5-4, so those are some really good tiles. 36 production? Yep. There we go, so that got boosted, and we're up to 50 science now, so we'll definitely take that. So if you're wondering why I picked Pingala, here's the big reason. So, cities with 10 or more population gain the gold, science, and culture. But then if you synergize that extremely specifically with Bengala, getting more culture per turn and more science per turn from each individual citizen, and then you couple that with the 15% base increase in science and culture generated in the city, there's a lot of potential value that can be gained here. So once we get some access to spies, once we have more than one, we're going to need to have one kind of protecting somewhere around here so we can make sure the capital, aka the governor, is protected. That'll be really critical. We do not want to lose any tempo at this game, at this particular type of game. It'll absolutely destroy the run if we lose all that tempo from losing him. Government options, I think what we could do is take that off, put that on, and put urban planning back on. We'll put that down, and then we will take craftsman. And I think that'll be the solid setup that we can run. There we go. So that's good. I'll bring our gold right back where we wanted it. Wait, what? Oh, that there is another city. Dude, this is so weird. What is going on? Dude, this is such a cursed game. What is happening? I've got an idea. Get that placed, and we will take the audience chamber. And audience chamber will give us a couple more amenities, and it's going to give us 4 housing, or something like that. It's going to be like a really good amount of value. And let's go over and just quickly see if we can try to get this going a turn or two sooner. Get that boosted. That way we don't waste a lot of tempo with this particular unit. Bada bing, bada boom. '81 combat strength, not going to need it because we're going to actually get rid of said unit. There's a big reason why I'm getting rid of that unit, is so that way I can keep getting coal per turn. So I should see coal coming in. I hope I see coal coming in. What's... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, come on, dude. Like, oh, there's Kumasi. That's not bad, but I mean... But the problem is there's like, why? He declared war against Germany, or Germany declared war against him, and I forgot I have a military alliance, so I just got dragged into that war. Like, I'm just there. I haven't done anything, just this one city, just one guy chilling out over here, and there's these 2 guys getting ready to duke it out. Oh, dude, that's ridiculous. Hit here. It's going to give us a little bit more culture output, and it's also going to give us a random technology for the modern era. Replaceable parts. That is actually not bad because it's all the way over here. We're not going to have 3 line infantry, so that's definitely not happening this game. And that'll actually be pretty useful. That's not a bad thing. So, sure. Definitely take that. We'll have access to lumber mills now, so what we could do is now kind of go back and try to go for maybe like square rigging. Get some progress with that. Could even go for... Yeah, let's go for square rigging for now. And let's kind of wrap out of there. We've got another governor title available. I'm just going to go ahead and hold on to it so I can get this one. That way we have a wildcard slot and also a couple more spies that we can work with. Cities gain 4 royalty per turn and 1 amenity when your spies in your territory. So our goal here is going to essentially be to make as many spies as we can and then use those spies as their main vector to which we can actually get a lot of these different tech boosts and different things done. So we're going to try to get a few of these up and running. I'm ideally hoping that we can try to win some of those different engagements with the spies. That way we're going to be in a really good position long term. I'm really glad that we're allied here. I want to try to stay allied with these 2. This would definitely be good. They're the immediate threats that can like completely ruin the run for us. So if we can try to be friendly with them, that would be really good. I kind of want to go here and just go ahead and chop that out. So that way we can try to chop this out. If we have to buy that and chop that just so we can improve the appeal, we'll do that. Because getting, you know, potentially a nice couple of neighborhoods for the late game would definitely help us. Interesting. Okay, so there's a barbarian camp there. Eventually, I want us to try to pick up this. This would be a good pickup for us. That way, in case we can build a wonder later on in the game, like, for example, if we need to build, say, if we're going for a diplomatic victory, which, I say honestly, it would be a good idea that we try to go for that. That way we can at least ensure a victory. We can try to get, if I can find it, the Statue of Liberty. Actually, I know where that's at. That is civil engineering down this way. So eventually we can try to get the Statue of Liberty. That's going to give us 4 diplomatic victory points. And getting that built much faster, because that's 1,200 production, that would be a really good thing for us. So we automatically lose that city-state quest progress. But at least You know what? At least we have this. We're going to take that so that way we can boost our yields up a little bit. That way we can get a little bit more science income. That'll help. And we'll just go ahead and make that, get mass production completed. You can go ahead and chop that. And honestly, at this point, there are not that many other tiles that we can really work. Unfortunately, the only downside to where I placed, it's even though there's a lot of really good yields here and adjacencies, the unfortunate part of it was just there are some mountains that are taking up valuable tile spaces, but it's still not that bad. We overall have a very good setup that we can work with. Let's go ahead and buy ourselves that. That is a nice production boost. We're at 67 production per turn now, so that's fantastic. And because of that, we could build Art Museum in 4 turns. Awesome. You got it. You got it. We're gonna be chugging along here. This is actually not too bad. This is a really cursed game here, just as a note here for anybody that's not really sure what I mean. This is just overall a very cursed setup. I mean, it's one city, yes. You know, that's already a challenge. But look at it's turn 168. And this freaking guy has over 400 culture per turn. Can we just talk about that for a second? Can we just actually take a second to actually like kind of absorb that for just a moment? So we are going to take Monarchy. That's an efficient use of our arrow score there. We kind of went over the arrow score limit from previous arrow a little bit. So I'm going to try to make up for that by just being a bit more careful about what we're going for. That is useful. That is very useful. Oh boy. Oh, look at that. Finally, we're about to break 100 science, dude. Woo! Dude, talk about an incredible achievement for us. We're about to break 100 science now with our one city challenge. It's a work of art, guys. It's a work of art. I'm so proud. So let's go to chemistry, and then rocketry. I want us to go ahead and get our spaceport going so we can actually get started on some of these late game improvements. And then once we honestly go into that point, boost through great scientists or spies. So again, that's going to be really why we want to get spies going. So let's actually go ahead and we need 100, so we'll buy that. That's going to bring us up to 85 production. Very nice. And then we will go ahead and pick that up. That's going to be a very good +4 tile. We also have access to get started on the intelligence agency, so that's the first thing we're going to do. It's more important that we get these spies up and running earlier and more effectively, so that way we can make good use of this. Awesome, so there's another 3 arrow score. We can also build another spy on top of that, so that's not a bad thing. It's definitely useful. Now that we have that, what we're going to do is actually kind of start working on getting some envoys here. We want to just boost ourselves up with a little checkpoint, so this will help us. Plus, we need this stuff anyways, because we can see here, we go for ideology and later game stuff, we're going to need that. So let's work on this. This will just give us a nice little boost to our envoys here. We definitely need it. We're gaining some nice tempo there. That's going to take a while to get to, so if we can just keep working on getting that, we can do that a couple more times. There definitely is going to be good use. Let's actually just curtail this for 1 turn, because we do have some surplus production from doing this previously, and that'll definitely be good for us. So that'll give us a nice amount of tempo, because what we could do is immediately buy a nice trader and go for the maximum gold deals, and that's going to put us in a better scenario in the long term. Essentially just saving up enough gold to just go ahead and snipe this. So 7 turns remaining. Should be able to snipe the gold one out of this, get some diplomatic favor points out of it as well, and potentially sell that back and make some money back. So it's a big loss right now, but it can pay dividends a little bit. Dude, this constant making peace and at war, making peace at war, that's why I decided that I was just going to be friendly with as many people as possible and stay out of trouble, essentially. Let's do 2,780. Gonna be a ton of gold, but I think we should be able to snipe this away from them. And that'll put us in a better position for the Diplo victory if we can pull it off. Later in the game, there should be options to eventually get like 3 things to vote on. So me getting tons of diplomatic favor here could actually be pretty beneficial. So if the science victory is like completely out of reach and it looks like we're not going to get it, we could just go ahead and just snipe a diplomatic victory here. Yes, so we won. Okay, I'm not happy I had to dump, like physically just dump gold into her reservoir. But now we have that taken care of, so that means we should have 8 out of 20. So we're going to be in a pretty good spot going into the late game. Yeah, diplomatic quarter will be good. That'll actually help kind of go into the whole diplomatic victory here. And this one ready to go. We will go ahead and gain sources. I swear, if they vote for me to lose points, I'm gonna be so mad. Alright, let's see how this goes. Pachacruti, melee. And I did gain. Awesome. So I'm still getting 3. That actually works.
For a machine to...
You know, that's not so bad. World's Fair, that's going to be a tough one for me because, again, you know, only 1 city. But we shall give it an honest try. So that puts us up to 11 now. So we're actually in a pretty good spot for that. We can go ahead and actually just consider getting the Statue of Liberty going soon. Much as I don't want to lose all of that value, I think it's honestly for the best. There's just too much value in getting the extra +4, because then we can actually get that victory way faster. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to say, we've done a pretty darn good job here of setting up everything we need. We're getting close to eventually placing a spaceport. If we can reach a spaceport before the AI goes crazy with their yields, as we can see here, this is why this is kind of a cursed game. It would be pretty insane for us to get science victory, considering that the AI have 4 times the amount of science that we have, and many of them are just continuing to get better while we're not even at research labs. And again, we have 1 city, so we can only produce so much science, you know, so that's the brutal part. That being said, we have really done a good job, and I want to say this has actually been a really fun challenge. It is extremely cursed, it is extremely brutal, and you have to be very, very aware of your building and your setup. But this particular civ, I have to say, is a blast. Yongle is a blast. This is a lot of fun to do. His playstyle is extremely nice from an infrastructure standpoint. Just being able to have the freedom to just dump production into food, into faith, into gold. I mean, just take a second to think about the fact that 134 gold per turn on top of the 181 that we have is pretty insane. You know, we could just easily buy out anything we need and be in a great spot, you know, and I have to say that's really good. We've done a really good job this game, and I want to say that this is a journey. And so far, this journey, it's going forward. I've got a video in the top left part of the screen. Go ahead and check that one out. Thank you so much, everyone, for your support. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe. SpeeDMan out.